What is going on, guys? My name's Ryan aka Hero, and today we are going over the top 10 most underrated quirks in My Hero Academia. Alright guys, today's video revolves around the top 10 most underrated quirks in My Hero Academia. Just to preface something, when I say most underrated quirks, I'm more of looking at the quirks that don't appear to be too overpowered or have the potential to be something amazing in the future. Also, 10 is a large number, so if you disagree with any of them, give me some slack, homie. Alright, and I'm only using the quirks that are shown in the anime just to keep it simple and spoiler free. So if you want me to make another video going over the manga specific quirks, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to smash that like button to show your support and ring that bell button to be notified on all of my latest videos. And with that being said, let's get straight into the list. At number 10, we have the copy quirk used by Momona. This quirk allows Momona to use the power off of somebody he had recently came in physical contact with. He can store up multiple quirks at a time but can only use one at a time. I'm not sure if this means he can switch in between the quirks or if he can just use the one and then throw it away and then use the next one. But either way, this makes him a very dangerous hero in the right hands. Also, this quirk duration is about 5 minutes long. I believe this is a crazy underrated quirk for a few reasons. Yes, I know he'd be quite useless if he was alone and had gone up against a quirk user that had a body mutation, such as characters like Ida with the engine legs. But I do believe there is a huge future for him once he becomes a pro. Becoming a pro allows him to have sidekicks, and with the right set of 3 or so sidekicks, he can fully use them to their max potential and being a huge force to be reckoned with. This quirk is bound to become either longer lasting or be able to use multiple quirks at the same time after some training, meaning this has the potential to become very powerful. Moving on to number 9, we have the voice quirk by Yamada. This quirk allows Yamada to increase his voice to a crazy high pitch sound that can reach a huge area, shown in the final exam art. This quirk has the power to burst eardrums and cause the opponent to be essentially stunned while being attacked by the sound. I'm shocked he isn't even in the top 10 of the hero rankings. The reason why I believe this is such a strong quirk is that this move has the speed of sound and a very powerful punch behind it. Obviously, Yamada is a pro hero already, so there isn't too much room for him to grow his quirk, but the power that he has is already crazy enough. Next up at number 8, we have the quirk telepath used by Sasaki. This quirk allows Sasaki the ability to talk to anyone through their thoughts. The messages can be sent to numerous amounts of people at the same time, and the limit has not been shown. The range is very massive as it covered the entire forest during the forest training arc. The downside to this quirk is that it can only send messages, not receive. This makes her a very important asset on the battlefield to instantly relay a message to the entire battlefield in an instant without the enemy knowing can play a huge factor in any battlefield. Moving on to number 7, we have the frog quirk used by Asui. This quirk allows Asui to have all the powers of a frog, meaning it has multiple powers all in one, which instantly gives her a boost in terms of how creative she can get. The quirk allows her to have a huge leap, very strong tongue that allows her to swing and throw people around, mobility in the water, and then her recent ability, camouflage. In the future, there can be a lot done with her quirk. I won't go too far into it because I'm gonna make a max potential video on her in the near future, so if you guys are interested, make sure to drop a comment down below telling me so. At number 6, we have the quirk tape used by Sora. The quirk allows Sora to dispense an adhesive tape from his elbows. This tape is very powerful, shown by the fact that he is able to swing on it with his entire body weight and restraining his opponents who are unable to be freed on their own accord. This quirk makes him a very mobile and a very strong capture hero. Again, I won't go too far into his future because I'd like to make a max potential video on him as well, so stay tuned. Next up on the list at number 5, we have the quirk solid air used by Subaraba, or however you say his name, I don't know, man. The quirk allows Subaraba to solidify the air that he breathes out of his mouth. The amount of solid air he can produce relies on how big of a breath he has. This allows him to create shields that are soundproof but can be destroyed. With training to more understand his quirk, I think he'd be able to create some different shapes and even have the power to shoot fast-moving air bullets of some sort, making him a lot more powerful. At number 4, we have the quirk creation used by Momo. This quirk allows her to create objects from her body. This can be anything anything from pencils to electric-proof blankets to even cannons. As long as she understands the structure and makeup of the item, she can create it. Non-living, of course. This quirk allows her to have one of the most versatile abilities in the anime. She can have the solution to almost any problem she finds in the battlefield, shown in the battle against Aizawa in the final exam arc. And as time passes and she learns more about the genetic makeup of more items, I feel like she is definitely going to be a very strong hero. Moving on to number 3, we have the quirk Somnambulous, or however you say that, used by Midnight. This quirk allows Midnight to send out a gas-like aroma that puts anyone who smells it into a deep sleep. This quirk is crazy strong because even one single breath could put a person down for the count. This quirk works better against men though, so I'm not sure if that means females would have to breathe in more or if it's just a shorter sleep time. Either way, approaching her close range is a very bad idea, and for that I believe she is crazy powerful. At number 2, we have the quirk Electrification used by Kaminari. Now, I recently made a max potential video on him, and I definitely think you guys should check it out, so it's gonna be linked down in the description down below. But to give a quick rundown, the quirk allows Kaminari to dispense electricity from his body outwards. If overused though, this will result in frying his brain, making him very stupid for a decent amount of time. I believe this quirk could become one of the most fierce ones in the anime altogether, but I do go into that in my other video, so if you guys are interested, make sure to check it out. Now finally, on to number 1 of the most underrated quirks in the anime, I have the Invisible Quark used by Hagakure. This quirk gives Hagakure the ability to be invisible, obviously. Now the reason why I believe this quirk is so underrated is because of the fact that it's not flashy. It doesn't have the ability to create huge explosions or manipulate fire. It is simply just to make her invisible. This quirk can be used in so many stealth missions that it's impossible to downplay her quirk. She can move into enemy territories completely unnoticed and either spy on them or assassinate them if needed without a single trace of anyone seeing her. Truly a powerful quirk. And with that being said, that is the top 10 most underrated quirks in My Hero Academia. What do you guys think? Leave some comments down below. I'll make sure to read each and every single one of them and respond within the first 12 hours of this video uploading. Make sure to check out my Twitter to be updated on everything Hiro-sama related. Also, definitely one of the best ways to get in contact with me. I'm uploading videos every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Also, the random bonus videos every so often, so make sure to hit that bell button, guys. I can't stress that enough. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a nice day.